I've never really had bad housemates. I've just had housemates that didn't like pay bills. But there's ways of being able to get them to pay bills.
Yeah, I think that's why.
I mean, I would argue a housemate that doesn't pay the bill is a bad housemate.
Yeah, I would argue that as well.
I'd rather, because right, what I would do is because I was in charge of the internet, and I was the only one, because like these guys, I mean, they were my age, but they weren't like very
knowledgeable
about technology and like internet stuff.
Right.
And they didn't realize that like if you had the password to the internet, you could log in and turn off internet to certain devices.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do you know you could do that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you can just type in the like, what is it, like the whatever the numbers are, the 19 whatever 182.
Yeah.
And then you can
The
log
IP
into the
address.
internet. Yeah, the IP address. You log into it and you can just turn off devices. So I would just, if they didn't pay me, I would just turn off all their internet, all their devices. And then
That's literally the equivalent of like your mum taking your Switch away because you didn't do your chores. It's like, until you do your chores, no more playtime for you.
yeah, and then they would be like, oh, God, I've got an assignment. And I'm like, just pay me. Pay me and I'll put your internet back on.
That's a power move, dude.
Well, yeah, because I'm like, they're not going to pay me because they were being assholes. So I was like, well, I mean,
rightfully deserved.
you haven't paid me for like half a month now. You know, we're all students. I don't have money. Like, this is, you know, I'm paying a bill for 4 people.
Yeah.
And you can't pay me like 10 quid. Like, come on.
Of course.
And
Well,
then,
'cause that's why like I hated being in charge of, like, when you're in university. Were you the guy? I'm guessing you were the guy in charge of paying the rents then, or was it just?
so the rent was actually done separately, but the bills were done through me.
Okay.
And then it was only in the second house that I had a problem. The last house, there's only 3 of us. They're already chill, and they all paid whenever I asked. But the house before that, they just never paid because they were just spending it all on weed.
As they do.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I mean, all right, well, fuck. I mean,
Yeah, because you always have that one housemate in uni that just was never there and never paid for anything, and you'd have to fucking hire a private investigator or something to like get this guy's money or get the money from that guy.
It was weird, man, because like one of my housemates, he was like, what? How old are you in second year? Like 20, barely 20, 19?
21, maybe 20. Yeah.
His girlfriend was pregnant, and then he had the baby, and it was just still so surreal. When I'm like here, barely have my life in order, and this man just brings his fucking child into the room, and I'm like, what's going on? This is so weird. I don't like this. And then I felt bad asking for internet money. I'm like, hey, by the way, can you pay the bills?
I know you have to like feed your kid, but
I'm sure you can go like a week without weed. Just pay me, bro. Like I'll give your kid some Starburst or something. I don't know, like this. What? Just pay me. I don't know.
I got some top ramen left over. You can give it to your baby.
Yeah. And also, like, I think his girlfriend basically lived at our house, and I was like, should she be paying some bills? I don't know.
I mean,
Is it weird?
to be fair, you should.
I was like, I'm not going to ask, but I think you should. Just pay me on time, and we got no problem.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. So annoying because it just wouldn't get done.
Right.
Unless I did it.
Yeah, of course.
We wouldn't have internet. I'm like, well, I want internet, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to set it up. Oh, inadvertently, it's in my name. Fuck.
Well, maybe it was better though. It was inadvertently in your name, right?
Yeah, well, because then I cancelled it all and I did it, and all that. And right before we left that house, the one where they didn't pay the bills, they actually owed us. I think it was something like £80 in the end in overdue bills. And because we'd all left the house, I couldn't hound them. I messaged them on Facebook, and they wouldn't send it to us. And so I had to pay it. And it was actually me and my friend who were the only ones who paid bills. And we were really close. And I still hang out with him and still message him sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Really good friends with him. And we both basically paid all our bills and sorted it all out. And yeah, so we had to then pay the bills for 2 months for the other guys who didn't pay.
Yeah.
And we were really annoyed about it because we were trying to get them to pay and they weren't paying us. And then I felt like some cosmic justice was given because... And
the gods smiled down.
The gods were like, hold up, Connor. So it turns out, right, we'd actually overpaid our bills.
Right.
And then we got a rebate. So they'd actually given us money back.
Right.
Which was actually more than what we actually owed. So we ended up given something like £50 back.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, should we give it like equally between us all? I'm like, do you think they would have done the same? No. I'm like, let's just split it 50-50.
How about fuck them?
It's 25 quid. Let's just keep it. Let's just go to the pub. Let's fuck this.
Hell yeah, dude.
They weren't going to pay us.
I bet if you messaged them, they would have like replied at the speed of light.
They'd have been like, here's my PayPal, by the way. I'm trying to send you money. Oh, yo, no worries. Go to the
Pub.
I do feel a little bit bad about it. Even before we record, I'm like, can I tell the story? It's like,
Fuck that,
am
dude.
I stealing?
I would have done the exact same thing.
Yeah,
Like,
they would have done the exact.
they
same
would have
thing.
done the exact same thing.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have been.
especially
sorry
if they
about
didn't pay you as
it.
well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they literally wouldn't reply to our messages about
Yeah.
like, paying us back,
Nah,
and I
fuck
felt
that.
like I felt bad, but I was also like, because like I just would never ever steal,
If
but
they're
I was
not,
like,
no, but if they're not going to follow the rules, then why should you follow the rules?
Yeah,
Right? I
maybe.
feel it's fair.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like going through rent drama or some kind of like bills drama in university is just like a rite of passage. I feel like
Yeah.
everyone's had at least one person that they've been living with who has just been like the most difficult dickhead to fucking get any kind of money out of.
I know. I just feel bad because I feel like I'm better than that.
Yeah.
I don't do this. I wake up in a cold sweat. I'm like, what's the statute of limitations of stealing? like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Cause even though it's a small amount as well, I felt bad, but I was like, you know what? No, fuck them. But,
Yeah, exactly.
But also, I'm
Yeah.
like, it's literally like that good kid does one bad thing and is like, oh shit, is the police going to get called? You know what I mean? Like,
That's called karma, man.
that's why litters once. Oh shit, am I going to prison? I just never did that. I don't know. Yeah, it was very, very, it's very
No,
validating, but it was also like, fuck, can I go to jail?
Yeah.
What's the limit to stealing before the cops get called on me?
It's like one weekend, I'm good, right? I'm free.